What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Goni from Nerd Thoughts. Today with another video where I'll be teaching you guys how to design using Corel Draw. So today we're gonna talk about document setup. Setting up your document is the first thing that you need to do when you're designing using Corel Draw and any other software, right? So to create a new document, you go to File, New. Then you create a new blank document, a new blank page, or you could create by clicking on this button here, just a shortcut button for a new document, right? So that's how you create a document. And then the next thing that you need to set up is your size, whether you're creating a business card, or you're creating a flyer, or you're creating a book cover, or any other type of design that you will be creating. You need to know which size are you working on. So to change the size of the document, you got options. You can click here and choose the predefined page sizes here. So most pages that you could use are predefined here for business cards, A3, A1, and so forth. If you're gonna design something that you're gonna print, you need to know how big is it gonna be. So right now I'm just gonna go with A4, which is the standard paper for my region. You can make it any size, right? You can also change the document size by going to custom, whereby you can actually input your own dimensions for your document, right? And maybe before you do that, you need to define whether you're working with meters, millimeters, or you're working with pixels. So here where it says units, you can choose if you're working with inches, or if you're gonna work with millimeters, or if you're gonna work with pixel. A good use case for you to use millimeters is maybe when you're designing something small, like you're designing a business card, you're designing maybe on an A4, you could use millimeters, right? And as the size go bigger, it will be better for you to use more bigger units, or you could use kilometers if you're gonna design a map or something. I'm just gonna go with millimeters for now because setting up this document which is in A4 format, right? Or I could have changed here to put any other dimension that I want. I can say I want it to be 500 millimeters times 700. So look, if I press enter there, the document is going to change to match the size that I have input there. And also maybe if I decide that, okay, I want this same dimensions but in a landscape format, I can simply go here and switch between the landscape or the portrait. So here I'm just gonna go with the portrait, since maybe I would like to create a poster. On another level, you might need to set up what document colors are you going to use in your document, so that you're already set from the start. So you can go to layout, then you go to page setup, then on page setup, now go to general, right? And you can define your document color mode. Here it's in CMYK. If you want to create a new page, maybe you're designing a document that has got a lot of pages, or that has got 1 or 2 or more pages, you need to go down here where it says page 1. Then you click on this button here, and a new page will be created, which is named page 2. And you can actually rename this page design 1, right? Then you can rename all other pages so that you can have ease of reference. You could duplicate the page, right? Take for instance, you have designed something on this page, and maybe you designed something here on this page, but on the second page you need almost the same thing that you have designed, but only a few parts that you're gonna edit. You could click here and say duplicate page. Then here you can choose copy layers only. When you say copy layers only, you're just gonna copy layers, but copy layers and its contents is gonna actually copy all the things that are on this page and put it on the new page. You see what I'm talking about? You click OK here. You see page 1 and page 2, they're just the same. Then you can go ahead maybe and change what you want to change on the second page. Maybe you want to rearrange the pages so that maybe the second page is on the first page. You have to just drag and put it in front. If you don't need a page and you feel like you want to delete a page, you just go here and right click, then you say delete the page. So another thing that you might want to do is that maybe you're creating a document that has got multiple pages, but on these pages the background is gonna be the same, right? You're gonna go to layout, and you're gonna go to page setup, right? And then when you go to page setup, you're gonna go to background, right? Here says no background, but you can put a solid background here and actually put the color of the background that you want to use for your pages. So if you can click here, you see that all your pages will have the same background. Another thing that we're talking about, we'll discuss about it in the future, but it is called the bleed. The bleed is like the amount of space that you want to leave outside the document, just for maybe if you're gonna cut your document and you want to just provide space for cutting, right? That is called the bleed. Now you're gonna go to layout, then you go to page setup, right? Then you set the amount of bleed that you need depending on the units that you're using here. So here it's the units, right? So if it's millimeters, it means it's 4 millimeters of bleed, right? So I'm just gonna put maybe 10 millimeters of bleed around the document, and I'm gonna click on show bleed area, right? So this is my bleed, like the extra space that I'm putting on my document. So this is how you can set up a document, and this is how you can go about changing things in your pages and working with pages in CorelDRAW. So in our next tutorial, we're going to talk about working with text in CorelDRAW, and I hope this is building up into something amazing for you. And by the end of this tutorial, I would want you to be able to design confidently using CorelDRAW. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the notification button so that you don't miss anything that I will be posting here on Nail Thoughts. And until we meet again in the next video, cheers guys. Comment, subscribe. Nail Thoughts, I'm out.